Hello and welcome to More Than Pomegranates. Today we're going to review Backrooms, directed by Kane Parsons, and we brought a special guest, Mark, Lilit's brother.
Hello, I'm Mark. I know the Backrooms lore. I'm 12 and I have some thoughts.
Dear Letterboxd, this movie was okay, but not good enough to pass down for generations.
So Mark, without spoiling anything, what did you think about Backrooms?
It was a good movie. The acting was pretty well, but the movie was a little repetitive. It was a little bit of childish for a rated R film. Honestly, I was more scared of some other parts than the creature itself because the creature it looked silly.
So me and Gord went into this film completely oblivious to the video series or the games that are inspired by Backrooms. So we had absolutely no attachment to it, and we just kind of went in hoping to see a good horror movie. And we didn't expect it to be a masterpiece. We're just excited that a 20-year-old director made it. But as someone who actually followed Backrooms and played it and also was involved in the lore, we think it was well adapted.
I don't think the video games were like the movie, but I think the video games itself were much more scarier than the movie. There's much more scarier creatures, and the rooms go infinitely, and the Backrooms set kind of felt small to me.
Continuing on the fact that you've seen the Backrooms videos, what do you think they did correctly that you were like, wow, this is so good?
I think the decoration for the set was perfect and the acting was almost perfect. I think the way the creature moved was also good. The basketball player that actually played for him was realistic. He was 7 foot tall, which made him very good for a creature. I'm pretty sure a basketball player has many double joints, which made him move really weirdly.
So, Mark, my first movie that I watched that was rated R was Borat, and I watched it when I was like, I think your age, actually. In my opinion, I don't think this one is a rated R film, but like, did you, as this is your first rated R film, did you expect this? In horror film. Did you feel like you got that rated R-ness or not?
Honestly, I didn't get the rated R-ness. I think the only reason it was rated R was maybe because of some of the blood scenes and because there was a lot of cursing in it.
This film did not scare me at all, and I thought I was waiting for this film to get me and grab me by the throat. And there was a lot of moments that right when it was getting to the second act, and we were seeing some visuals in the Christmas room scene, and which was found footage. That was amazing, and I thought I was like, okay, the film's gonna go into another drive, another element of a whole new world. It almost turns into an adventure film, I was thinking, but it kind of I think reeled back and got lost into the sauce and turned into a Stranger Things story. I haven't played a lot of those horror games, and I think you have, but I thought this film almost lost its zestiness by making it into a film. I think this story works best as a video game, small doses, and you're kind of like slowly creeping in, and you, the main player, is seeing this world through your perspective, right?
After playing the video game of the Backrooms itself, I think I was expecting much more of the Backrooms film because if the video game was so like realistic and so there's the monsters were actually scary, the rooms were like fantastic looking, especially the pool rooms.
Yeah.
But they only show the pool rooms for 10 minutes. I think some of the entities need a bit more screen time.
Did you feel like you were fulfilled from it?
I don't think I was fulfilled.
So what did you think about the set design for this world? Because I think the one thing that stood out was like there's small little crevices that people can enter. There's small little doors. There was a lot of little layers throughout the film of like ways you can enter and ways you can interact with the set. And was that like that in the game or in the story that he created on YouTube?
I think the set is better in the video game, but for real life, for a movie set, that was really good. I think it might be almost Oscar winning for a set.
You think it's Oscar winning for a set?
Probably.
Yeah. It is a really nice iconic set. I'll say that. Like The Shining has a carpet, and I think this movie is trying to take that element of let's take an iconic kind of wallpaper-esque design and put it through our film. What's so great is that if you were to see an image of Backrooms, you immediately understand that it's Backrooms. And that's very hard to do for a film as of late. But the story and everything really just screamed, this is Sean Levy's Stranger Things. Let's call up Sean Levy to make everything right and make sure everything's polished. You're like, oh, this is just going to be a universal theme park ride that they're going to put during horror nights.
My favorite aspect of this movie was, at least what I initially thought the Backrooms was a manifestation of the main character's psychological state. And I think that was partially what it was, because clearly it was reflecting the reality that it was perceiving. And there was a lot of people that had entered. There was lore behind it, history. It really gave me upside down energy. I mean, you already brought it up, but I just kept thinking this is the upside down, but in a 90s liminal office space. rendition.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that excited me a lot. I was a lot more scared of this movie because it was made by A24. I thought maybe they would bring their midsummer Ari Aster levels of uncanny and unapologetically horrific. The psychological elements were interesting and I didn't mind them at all, especially because it reminded me of dynamics we've seen in other classic horror movies like Silence of the Lambs. Because, you know, we have Hannibal Lecter versus the Asian girl, I'll put her name up. We have that in The Shining, which is like the most classic trope of a man going crazy. So I don't mind that dynamic. It's timeless. You can put that in any setting and I'm gonna have some sort of investment in it, but I don't think I was fully absorbed in the story. And I think it's because most of it was just the atmosphere and set design. And I don't think that was enough for me to be fully invested. I don't mind a slow burn, but it didn't really pay off for me. I didn't feel like, oh my God, that was what this was all about. And I do think that Sean Levy aspect of there being this essence of, oh, there's going to be a Backrooms prequel, there's going to be a Backrooms limited series, there's going to be a Backrooms maze was very felt. I almost think I'd get more out of a maze than this film. And I think I'd get more out of the game than this film.
Yeah, but okay, so let me understand this. Is this a video game or is this like, I can't seem to understand it. It's a it's a YouTube series, but then you're saying you played a video game. Where are you playing these games?
First it was just random videos with no sound, with just creatures and like liminal spaces. Then Kane Parsons came and he added the lore after that.
Did you end up playing it like these type of games in like Roblox or something like that?
There were some games in Roblox, but they can't reach the absolute scariness and the design of the original one. I think it's on PS5, but I really don't know. It might be on Steam too.
I guess yeah, it is a video game.
I've seen someone played the video game that has multiple levels. It has like it has 200 levels.
Okay, it's an actual video game. I didn't know about this. I want to know, what's your final verdict? Would you watch this again? If there was a sequel that came out, would you watch it as well?
It was a good movie, but it's not like a movie that you would pass down through generations, so they would watch it.
Yeah, okay.
I think watching it twice, I wouldn't watch it ever again. I think playing the video game is better. Honestly, I would say it's like a 4.2, but
5?
Like a 4 out of 4.2 out of 5, yeah.
Damn.
It was pretty good for me. I noticed very small hidden details that was pretty cool that they hit.
We're not gonna go into the spoilers because Mark has some Easter eggs that he noticed.
One scene where they were running away from the monster, for one frame, you could see a room that looked like the original photos of the Backrooms that came out around in 2008.
Oh, okay. So they put like a little flash of the original room.
Yes, for like one frame. You could see the room.
Like the second we finished this film, this kid got up. He's like, I noticed 3 Easter eggs. This is the first one. This is the second one. I don't remember the third one.
When Mary's mom was in the mental hospital, you couldn't hear this music that was playing. And that music was the original Backrooms sound, the music that was in the video game, but it was tempered with. It was like a jingly music.
When I heard that music, I just thought of Lana's Coachella exit because it played when she was on the motorcycle leaving the set. So that's kind of funny.
I'm so sick and tired of hearing that song that's associated with cinema. It's like, yeah, but such a overplayed. I feel like this, I hate to say it, guys, like I'm gonna go into it. This is essentially what a Star Wars reboot is. It's like this, it's not that different. It's not too far off, right? They're taking something that we all know and love and then they're recreating into a movie, and they're just taking the elements that we all expect the film to do and just kind of run with it, right? And it's not really doing anything generational. And like, he should be saying, oh, that knocked my pants off, but it's just kind of saying, oh, I'd rather play the game. That's not good, right? That's not good.
I feel that way about most Gen Z media. And especially when it comes to animated movies, I mean, we had Shrek, we had Spirit, we had Madagascar. I can go on, and what these kids get, like Mario and what else?
We had Super Mario Galaxy.
What else though?
Which is trash.
So I want to ask you, Mark, what did you think about the pirate design? Like once you got into that moment, like you had the expectation what the bacteria was, and then you finally get to the opportunity to see the creature. What did you think?
I think that the pirate was a very stupid creature, which could have been replaced by the original Backrooms creatures. The pirate just looked like animated AI slop to me because its eyes were bulging out for some reason.
I'm getting really tired of modern horror films having disappointing reveals. I felt this way with Longlegs. I was so excited to see Nicolas Cage. The marketing really hyped up the fear factor, and then I saw him and I was like laughing, and this had the same exact audience reaction where people just kind of laughed when they saw the pirate. They're like, oh, no one moved, no one flinched in a way that you would want to flinch. And I thought that this movie had a lot of parallels with SpongeBob because the pirate was giving me SpongeBob. I think Squidward was the first person to enter the Backrooms. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
Alone.
So I now want to get into the ending of the moment where the main character Mary gets into the lab. What was your guys' immediate first thoughts? Did you enjoy the ending? Was it fulfilling?
I think they tried to make the ending feel want to make you watch the sequel so you know what happens, and it kind of worked. But the part where she says what's gonna happen to me kind of shows that they might try to kill her, but she survives because of character plot armor.
To me, the ending was giving Stranger Things, hazmat suits, lab workers, the reality reflecting the dimension that they're in. I feel like this is kind of also just a trend in general where we have these alternate universes explored in cinema. There's like that could be its own genre at this point. My favorite scene in this movie was definitely like the Mad Hatter scene. That's what I like to call it. It kind of had nightmarish Alice in Wonderland energy. They were sitting at a table with, you know, really interesting looking characters, and I was running with it there. I'm like, oh, this is kind of getting kooky. It had some unnecessarily funny parts to it where I don't even know if it was intentionally funny at that part. I think my favorite thing there was the character design with the red lady with the red dress. Cool Halloween costume potential there. Anytime we saw glitched characters, even regarding Renate Reinsve's character at the end when she was sitting, those things scare me. But I feel like the movie once again spent too much time maybe in its own atmosphere and more so the setting that it kind of lost the tension of that. But post that scene when the pirate entered and then she was running around, I didn't mind it, but I thought, agreeing with you, the ending was just kind of giving sequel, what's gonna happen next, meh. And it was long too. It was almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I think Sean Levy needs to stop getting his hands on these type of films. I think they must have like seen that script and they're like, oh, this is kind of giving Stranger Things energy. And they're like, let's call up Sean Levy. He clearly knows how to do this. And it turned into something that could have been the most avant-garde. I think it could have been an insane modern timepiece of what video games are and how we feel about them, and recreating them into cinema and then kind of twisting it. It should knock off our pants, but it felt like season 5 Stranger Things where I was just kind of underwhelmed. I just said, okay, that was cool. I'm glad I watched it. And then I moved on. And the one thing I want to say, I think I like Nightmare in the Museum 1 than I like this film. And I don't care about anybody that's going to say they love about this film. I don't really know what the perception is, but let's be honest here, guys. This is not a crazy good film. This is a mediocre film. I think this is at least a 2.5 to 3. I think we need to step it up. I understand he's a 20-year-old director that just felt like this kid went to PCC and, you know, he made this great idea and they're saying, yeah, you know, really good. I'm glad you have a following. Let's use that and let's make a film based off of it. It feels like a really good 10-minute short film that they made into an hour and a half, and it's like, okay. And they try to fit in poetic storyline moments in order to enrich the concept of the film, but there was nothing to enrich. Just make it what the video games feel. I want to be scared. I was not scared. The dialogue ruined it. The characters kind of got in the way.
I think, not to make fun of them, but I feel like if a director was Gen Z, they would add like tiny little trolls in movies. But I think the movie wasn't that mediocre. It wasn't that bad. I think it could have
done more.
But it was a bit okay. It was like, it was.
You said gave it a 4. That's more than okay.
I think it was better than Nightmare at the Museum. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I think just the Sean Levy thing just makes it different. If Sean Levy wasn't there, it would have been great, but it's still good. I mean,
so you rock with it more than Nightmare at the Museum.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'm a little.
Nightmare at the Museum is just pure ADHD.
Ben Stiller sucks.
Nightmare Museum 2 is ADHD. Nightmare at Museum 1 is pretty good.
They're both the same.
Okay, so maybe I am being a little hard on this, and I guess we have to compliment it. If this is the first film by Kane Parsons, maybe I'm being too hard on it.
Yeah, you are.
I think Kane Parsons did a good job for a first film. I'm just so sad of keep on seeing these opportunities of these video game films to be made into reality, and it's always just kind of, that was cool, and you just move on from it. It shouldn't be like that.
I'm gonna move on to. I think a lot of people fans of the Backrooms are gonna keep this sacred.
So are you telling me that the fans of the Backroom would like this movie a lot more and highlight and prop it up? I think that they would just think like, okay, that was cool. I'm gonna go back to the things that I like, which is the video series, the games on Roblox, or maybe even the game.
But with movies now that they're gonna use AI eventually and like just slop like Super Mario Galaxy,
Yeah.
I think this movie stands out from them. Like it's better from them.
Okay, maybe I have something
For
to
this
learn from
generation,
you.
it's better.
Maybe not all films need to be like amazing, right? They can just do the job, right? And getting us into the theater, get us excited. Maybe it's so cool that I can watch a film with you and we get to talk about it. And maybe there's something in that, right? Maybe not all films need to be amazing. And a lot of horror films are not amazing. They're just kind of, that's cool. And that was fun. And I had experience.
But to be the geezer again, I can't help but watch any horror movie and compare them to movies like Rosemary's Baby, Exorcist. I just feel like, man, when you have writers like Dostoevsky and, you know, you have that caliber that exists, it's kind of hard because it's like such a specific genre that once you don't bring the A+ game, at least for me, I'm kind of passive. I think that's what's wrong with horror for me, is that when I don't get scared, I'm not invested, and it doesn't have all those elements that are necessary, like the minimum for me, I just kind of forget it the next day. And I hate to say it because I'm certain that there's a lot of effort. I commend the effort. I commend the actors and everybody because it's cool, but I don't care.
Yeah, I also don't care too. That's the thing that I'm disappointed in. We need to see these films knock our pants, right? I think the objective of these type of films should be, we need to knock the audience members' pants off and say, yes, if we're going to do a sequel, let's run with it. Not, hey, let's just give them the idea of this film. So then when the sequel comes, maybe we'll knock their pants off.
That's how Hereditary was. I think Hereditary was that actually.
Yeah.
It felt like a classic. It felt like something that you can rewatch every Halloween and get more scared. But
with every movie, we all know the sequel's always worse than the original.
Yeah.
So if this theory keeps up, then I don't know.
Damn, let's
end it there.
That's a good point.
See you at Horror Nights. I guess you're coming to Horror Nights then.
Like and subscribe. They need to fund the Disneyland trip, not me.
Mic down. Mic drop.
Mic drop. That was mic drop. All right, he's out of here now.
What's the button, right?